Alright, so this is our next class. I want to finish up on auto insurance by talking about the Institute of, I forget the name of it, IIHS, Highway Safety, Insurance Institute of Highway Safety, I think. Very interesting organization. You can get to their website by going to http://www or just go to www.iihs.org. Leave out in the notes it has the /IIHS. Leave that out. That takes you to nowhere. But just do iihs.org and you take you to your website. A few things here. First of all, if you're looking for a topic, their site, if you go to their site, their main site, you'll see a place that says topics. And if you click on topics, boy, there's a lot of topics you can look like. And this is an institution that is part of the insurance industry. It's funded by the insurance industry. So you can see many issues here that, seatbelts, speed, teenagers, distracted driving is obviously a huge one. That could be a very good discussion for your paper. So there's a lot of things here. Your paper 2 topic could be supported by videos versus just from articles. So if you wanted to find some really meaty videos and not use articles at all, that would be fine. You would just have to take notes while you're listening to the video. It makes it a little more difficult if you can't try to find a transcript of the video because you'd have to be typing really fast. But I'm fine with that. There's some really interesting topics here. And IIHS has some really great videos. To me, distracting driving is such a great topic. Combining their distracted driving plus the videos I showed you for that TV show, Finding Canada's Worst Driver. I showed you those videos earlier in class. That combination could be a great paper, not just for the class, but to share with family and friends about how to handle teenagers who are distracted drivers, and you might actually end up saving some lives. So the insurance industry is in the forefront of making driving safer because driving is one of the most dangerous things we do. So what are the statistics? So if you did your paper on that, what are the statistics? How much is the use in drivers? How much does it increase the risk? I think in that video I showed you on the Canada's Worst Driver, when they do the very simple road tests with teenagers with their phones, and it's just amazing how badly they drive when they're trying to just do something simple of just checking their phone, checking a message they just got. So a lot of stuff here. Right here is just almost enough in here with all the clicks and the side places to do a really good paper. You almost have the entire, just summarizing what they have here would be a really interesting paper. And there's other topics. So what I want to do, this will be a short class because I want you to actually watch another video from the IIHC. So I'll give you a link to that in the instructions for the class. But I want to show you one video I think is really interesting. You won't be able to hear the sound, so I'll just talk through it. I'll have the captions, closed captions on. But this is a video. This is from Consumer Reports, but it's a very much an IIHS type of video. They want to look at a 2009 Chevy Malibu versus a 1959 Bel Air. And a lot of students see this, and the first thing they think, well, I'd much rather be in the Bel Air because it's massive, got a huge front end. That's got to be the safer car. You see this Chevy Malibu, it's got aluminum and plastic. It's small. It just looks like the weaker car. So if you're in a head-on collision, a lot of people say, I'd much rather be in that 1959 car. That thing was just built like a tank. But you might be surprised. So let me show you this video, and I'll read the closed caption to you because you won't be able to actually hear. I'll turn the sound off so that just in case. So there's the Bel Air. There's the Malibu. So this is a crash test, front end crash test, which is one of the most important ones because it doubles up the speed. There's slow motion, and you see these two cars crashing. Watch the head of the dummy. There you can barely see anything, but they'll give some other inside looks. Sorry about that, it's slowing that down. So if you look at this crash, dummy there, but yeah, look from the back, watch his head, and think of that being your body or body of a family member. And the Bel Air is the heavier car. You would think that would give them more protection, but watch the guy's head. Isn't that absolutely frightening to think that you'd be in a crash like that? Now watch the head of the Malibu. Obviously we have airbags, but it's not just airbags. There's a lot more going on. So which car would you rather be in? Just amazing. And it's not just the head and the back, it's also the legs. I don't know how much they get into this detail in here with the legs. So classic cars are considered to be these incredible tanks. Look at the door, look at the driver's body. Just amazing. And look at the front of the car. I mean, that's truly amazing as well. It's so I highly recommend. So when you go to the Institute's website, they do have vehicle ratings. And so if you wanted to get the vehicle rating for your car, or if you're looking for a car, I would strongly recommend that you go into their rating systems. So I just bought a Toyota 2017 Prius Prime. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. And so it brings up the rating, and you might look at the different categories that they rate and get some sense of what's important when it comes to vehicle safety. So yeah, there's my car. That's it exactly. So I do good. Headlights, I don't do well. Everything looks pretty good. So I need actually superior or front crash prevention. I have noticed my car does talk to me if it looks like I might hit something. It's done it twice where it told me I was about to crash, and boy, it is. I'm glad I had it. It was both times. I think it's at least avoiding me having to slam on the brakes and swerve. So you can see the different ratings. So you might put your car in there and just try it. But here's the different. So you actually click on these. That could be a paper as well. What are the keys to vehicle safety? And they go through each one of these and explain them. So in even more detail down below. So pretty amazing things. And then you can actually get the video of the crash test. I'm kind of scared to watch that, to see my body in a crash. But you actually get the video of and there's more crash tests in here. So it's not just front crash test like what you can see here. They're doing the side crash test, which is very, very different. So they used to these tests where the car would just go straight into the wall, but they discovered, especially if you're on a two-lane highway and the two cars collide, they're unlikely to collide head-on. They're more likely to collide like this, where it's off to the side. And they've discovered that creates a very different risk than just front end. And so, you look at it and see how much, and the key, and they're not showing it here. Now here's the picture. The key is the compartment where the driver is. Not just the head, but the feet, the legs. How many broken bones will they have? It's the driver compartment. How well does it hold together? The car in front might actually look terrible, but that may be by design. They create the cars so that it actually crashes in a certain way, so that's the front end you want it to crash in. You don't want it to be so solid that it causes your body to just fly into the front of the windshield or the steering wheel. You can see the video we just watched. All these videos, really great videos on their site. You can also YouTube and find their videos. So this is a short video, and now what we're going to do is there's a video I really like by the Institute of Highway Safety. It's called Understanding Car Crashes. It's basic physics. I'll let you watch that video. It's more entertaining than just listening to me ramble on. And then just take quick notes on that. It's a very instructive video because it's a video you might actually send to family members, especially those with teenage drivers, just to understand the huge risk we take when we're driving. So I'll stop it there, and then I'll give you the link to the other video.